lost good time. Come on, everybody. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Fun to stay at the Y.
Donald Trump has danced his way back into the White House and has been centered by some of his MAGA supporters as a beacon of masculinity to aspire for. Since his return to power, TikTok has become just ablaze on both sides of the aisle, and there are a few today that I want to check out. Drop a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. All right, let's get into the clips.
So can one of you oxygen-thieving maggots, who are slower than a nudist trying to get through a fucking barbed wire fence, explain to me exactly when day one is? Because I've been waiting for day one for 3 goddamn weeks. Because as I recall, egg prices and gas prices were supposed to be bottomed out on day fucking one. They're higher now than they were under Biden. The ochre orangutan tweeted about how Biden inflation was up. No, see, Donnie boy, that's not how this works anymore. You don't get to just pawn shit off on who's in charge because you're in charge now. Of every executive order that this flaming fuckwit has made, there is nary a one that benefits the middle class of America. But don't worry, the Republicans that call themselves the party of fiscal responsibility have revealed that the tax plan they want to implement will only cost the U.S. $4.5 trillion fucking dollars that they plan to pay for by raising the debt ceiling $4 trillion. More like the party of fiscal fucking hypocrisy. So for you fuckwits who are dead from the neck up that believe the guy who lied 34,000 fucking times his first term, I've got some bad news for you. Those day one promises are never going to happen.
You see, this last part actually isn't true. Donald Trump has been on his A game with targeting anything that has DEI, so much so that he has targeted his own programs in order to appease aspects of the right that wants to blame everything on DEI.
Can someone tell me why gas has went up 60 cents in the last 2 weeks? Because 2 weeks ago it was $2.99. Really not understanding what's going on February 12th, 2025. We're not really getting any help out here. I just spent $600 on groceries that should have cost me $200. Needs to be fixed.
Trump signed the executive order that individuals who are on public housing got 2 years effective 2026.
We tried to tell y'all, but y'all had to FAFO.
Ready for the ultimate fuck around and find out? Here it comes. Watch this, and then we'll discuss.
I need your help to save my farm and many other farms. I wanted to give you guys
Okay, this Jethro is experiencing the ultimate MAGA FAFO moment. I don't know if you've seen his videos, but he's posted a couple of videos where he's basically come on here and he said, I voted for Trump because, well, in a nutshell, because he loves Trump's hate agenda. He doesn't like the fact that immigrants are coming here and taking money from the government. Taking money from the government is evil. You should pull up your own bootstraps and work. So in the next sentence, he comes out and he says, I voted for Trump and Trump took away my government subsidy that helped my farm stay in business. So send me money. Trump took away the government subsidy that Biden put in place that kept me in business. Now,
When Trump said he was taking us back, he wasn't lying. We are not even a year in, and if it keeps going like it is, the Trump administration might have to once again throw a hell of a lot of cash at farmers again to keep them from completely imploding. Trump has literally done something like this before and nearly ruined farmers, yet these people still voted for him.
Now that Trump took it away, I need your help. Send me money. So my question to you is, do we send this Jethro money? I mean, he is now getting the bill for his hate agenda. His hate agenda comes with a price. He didn't know it. Maybe he didn't realize it. Maybe he thought it would never bounce back on him. But now that it's affecting him personally, he's asking for us to give him money. Now, my answer to this I don't know what your answer is going to be, whether you want to give them money or not. But my answer is, from me, you get fucko. Because if I were to give you money, Jethro, that would make me woke. And you hate woke. You hate the woke left because they show kindness, compassion, and consideration for other people. And that's just too woke for you. So I'm going to live by your standard. And I'm not going to be woke, which means I'm not going to give you one red fucking cent, because that's what I feel you fucking deserve. What about the rest of you? What say you? Do you give them money?
Citizens of Huntsville, Alabama are receiving a letter in the mail telling them that their electric bill is going to go up by $100 as a result of Donald Trump. Here's the letter right here. If you zoom in right there, you can see where they can't spin this on anyone else. They can't blame the Democrats because it literally says, due to Donald Trump's executive orders ending a federal grant. Because remember, these federal grants are all wasteful spending, and I'm sorry, we had to cut the wasteful spending that is your ability to pay a lower electric bill. Mind you that these are some of the lowest income people in America, yet they predominantly vote for Donald Trump. And they're over there, on their Facebooks being like, yeah, Elon Musk is cutting wasteful spending. He sure is, isn't he?
We haven't even begun to actually feel the impact of whatever Elon Musk is doing, which is the scariest part about allowing a billionaire to just cut money at his discretion.
There are times when my empathy requires me to withhold my judgment. I may not have all the facts. I may be missing a key detail, and passing judgment would render me a fool. This is not one of those times. This is just a classic example of what we in the parenting world call natural consequences. Because in this case, rural Americans are the victims of their own choices. Well, the secondary victims. The real victims are the working class Americans in the big blue cities and those big blue states that generate the overwhelming majority of our economic output. People who are busting their ass and still getting ground up in the machine of late stage capitalism. But these people will not give up because they refuse to accept that life should be this way. So they volunteer and vote for middle class friendly policies. But those policies would come at the expense of the Republican billionaire class, and they are having none of that. So they use AM radio to create culture wars across rural America because they know red states are undereducated and overpowered thanks to electoral DEI programs like the Electoral College, the House, and the Senate. They use those culture wars to distract from the fact that if you rank states by how badly they need federal money, 9 of the top 10 states are Republican states. Do Republican voters know this? Of course not. They voted for the guy who gave us $8.4 trillion in new debt in just his first term. Then they vote for him again as he decides that all that debt is too much and he needs to appoint an unelected billionaire to cut the federal programs we need. And with joy on their faces and malice in their hearts, they cheer because they thought those federal programs were going to blue states, when in reality it's coming out of their own pockets. When we said back in November that Trump doesn't care about them, he doesn't understand them, and he won't help them, we didn't want to be proven right. This is a loser's game, so we pleaded with them to understand us. But it was too late because they've been brainwashed over 40 years to hate education, to hate the government, to hate cities, and to hate blue states. Despite the brutal reality that it is educated federal workers in blue cities and blue states funding and administering the programs those red states need to survive.
This is the sad reality that a lot of MAGA supporters just haven't come to grasp with. A lot of these people just haven't realized that a lot of these programs actually benefited red states more over blue. And yet, despite all of that, and despite these programs being widely popular with Americans, you have Republicans and Elon Musk already putting out messaging that cutting funding for these programs is for the greater good. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos.